Good morning. Well, I was asking for an update on the YouTube, and I guess we've pretty much hit most every country in the world. At least knocked on their doors, except a lot in Southern Africa and everything. But we're consistently in like 14 countries. Hello Russia, hello Afghanistan, hello Indonesia, islands off of Hawaii, and I mean all kinds of other places. It's hi. So we are the only church in the world that start our services with the Doobie Brothers. And we have a cat. Some of you never probably heard how we've got a cat. And that happened because of our first location. We asked a friend of ours if we could use his facility to start the church, and he went, foolishly enough, sure. So we did, and he actually lived in his facility also. Well, he had cats. So when we're in services, here's these couple of cats, and they're always wandering around. So after we've been there about 6 months, we moved into our permanent facility, and I said, you know, we need a cat. It's just not the same without a cat wandering around. The people that were allergic to him didn't agree with us, but hey, guess what? They lost. So we went to the pound, and actually Jan and I think Deb went to the pound, and they're looking at the kitty cats and go, no, this one's cute, this one's cute. Oh, that's a black one, that's a nice little one. And they're going on, and they look back, and here's Merlin, our first black cat, hanging out of the cage backwards, flailing his arms. So we said, okay, that's the cat for us. So we had Merlin all the way through until we just moved in here. He's buried out front. And now, of course, we've got Toby running around, and she's a whole nother story. Hey, here's some more t-shirts and sweatshirts. My level of maturity depends on who I'm with.
I'm with now.
Yeah. I know. No, I don't need anger management. You need to stop pissing me off. A little gray hair is a small price to pay for all this wisdom. Yeah. When I was a kid, I wanted to be older. This crap is not what I expected. I know. What can you say? We do have a couple patron saints by the name of George Carlin and John Lennon. John said, I believe in God, but not as one thing, not as an old man in the sky. I believe that what people call God is something that is in all of us. I believe that what Jesus and Muhammad and Buddha and all the rest said was right. It's just the translations that have gone wrong. So, did you hear, I guess, about 8 years ago, and this has always been true, the largest voting segment of the American population were religious of some sort, claim some religiosity. Now, the largest voting segment in this country is no religion. Yeah. I wonder why churches are telling jokes at the beginning of services like we do. Trying to get people back. We've been doing this for we're getting up close to 19 years. Whew. God, that makes me feel old. George, boxing is a more sophisticated form of hockey. So, yep. Could be. Actually, hockey's kind of fun. Our local team always does well, even if they don't. Defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588 opened up a new chapter in the history of the sea. It made no difference that the grand fleet of Philip II was battered at least as much by storms as by the English cannon. What mattered was that England now had an opportunity to expand both as a major naval power and as a home base for the ever-growing fleets of merchant ships. It's our history lesson for the day. As the size and number of vessels increased, owners altered their business operations. It had long been customary for a ship's master to parcel out her cargo to many different buyers. But this became a nuisance as the volume of cargo grew. So more and more captains sailed under orders to empty their vessels as a result of a single transaction, to make a wholesale instead of a series of partial sales. Used for several generations, chiefly in the literal sense, wholesale operations came to be contrasted with retail ones. As a result, the seaborne term was attached to all ways of selling in the gross, whether or not a whole cargo was involved or not. From commerce, the term was spilled over into common speech and literature, as that by the early 18th century, Joseph Addison could be sure most folks would understand what he meant when he wrote about a wholesale dealer in silks and ribbons. Interesting. Oh. Ta-da. And medieval Italians came up with the idea of giving diamond engagement rings to prospective brides. Now I know who to blame. Not really. Not really. Anybody that takes me seriously, boy. Things that make you go, It is not enough to possess wit. One must have enough of it to avoid having too much. There are two sides to every question, my side and the wrong side. Yep. Mediocrity knows nothing higher than itself, but talent instantly recognizes genius. Why should a man's mind have been thrown into such close, sad, sensational, explicable relations with such a precarious object as his body? I don't know. I ponder these things. Bills travel through the mail at twice the speed of checks. A conscience is what hurts when all of the other parts feel so good. Eat well, stay fit, die anyway. Men are from earth, women are from earth, deal with it. No man has ever been shot while doing the dishes. I imagine. A balanced diet is a cookie in each hand. You know, Christopher, why don't you just get up here and talk to us?
Okay. Thank you, Phil. Didn't have to go through some long thing. Well, what happened? I came in here and there weren't that many people sitting back there. I come up here, I turn around, and poof. Well, it's good to be back. I was camping last month, so when I would have been here, I was on Lake Roosevelt in a boat with my family and little Adeline, who's just 2, and she handled the boat just really fine. It was just really... Mom was really worried about her, but she was fine. Not a problem. It is nice to be here, and it's really wonderful to see everyone. And, I've been thinking about what I was going to talk about this morning, which is unusual, because generally I just show up. One word came to mind. I'll tell you that in a second. What I really want to do, though, is kind of get you ready for the one word. So, let's go on a small little journey. How many of you have thought about something that maybe you said to a friend or something you've done, and then you go, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. The next time I see them, I'm going to fix it. And we start thinking about how we're going to do that. We start thinking about the conversation we're going to have, and we start thinking about how it's going to all transcend. And then we get to meet that person, and everything goes out the window. But how much energy did you spend doing that? A lot. If you can remember when you were in high school, some of you can remember pretty easily, and you had to take a test, okay, and you really studied really hard, and you're just doing a lot of reading, and you're doing a whole lot of stuff. You're doing a lot of mental stuff. Does it tire you out? Yeah. When we do a lot of mental exercises, a lot of mental this, thinking about that, worrying about that, key word, that's it, that's the word, worry, okay? We are depleting our vital life force, our energy, okay? For those that are clairvoyant and can see your auras, they'll see a big change when you put a lot of energy into worry. And the reason why I want to talk about worry this morning is because I've been seeing a lot of it around me. There's a lot of people worried about, should I say it, the elections. It doesn't matter who we get, it's going to be bad. It doesn't matter who we're going to get. It's going to be bad. How's that? What we do is worry a lot. We spend a good amount of time worrying. We worry about things that we've done in the past. Sometimes we worry so much about what we've done in the past, we forget that we're living in the present. And when you do that, you can't go back and change the past. It's done. That water has gone under the bridge and it's headed to the ocean. Let it go. Sometimes we worry about what's going to happen tomorrow, anticipating the future, thinking about that conversation we're going to have with that other person. That probably will never happen, but we're putting all of this energy into this worry and thinking about, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? This is happening, that's happening. And when we do that, we're just not living in the present, and that's really the only reality that we have. We miss it. We miss it. The newspaper this morning, it said, I think it was 80 killed or something like that. And pretty much the media has done a very good job of really putting fuel to the worry fire, if you will. I want to tell you this morning that I think worrying is not really a healthy thing to do. And if you can stop worrying about things and just stay in the present, you will find your life will really start to change. And when you change your life, everything around you is affected. And when a person walks into a room that's full of sunshine and happy and feeling really good, I love cell phones. It's okay, don't be sorry. They're little, like, how would I say it, little pauses. It makes you go, yeah. But when a person walks into the room that's really happy, really high, really feeling good, we feel that. The reverse is true. When a person walks into the room and they're really low and they're not feeling good at all, we feel that. Every single one of you that's sitting in here this morning has that particular power. You have the power to influence the people around you just by how you are, just by how you're feeling. Okay? So if you're really worried and really down about something that happened yesterday, and you're still carrying that around with you, and you're just letting it kind of blurt. I facilitated a ropes course, and sometimes we say, don't blurt. In other words, just don't blurt the stuff out. But if you're blurting that out all over the place, every person you come in contact with is feeling it. You're leaving a little bit of worry here, and a little bit of worry there, and a little bit of worry here and there, worry everywhere. Stop it. Stop worrying. You can't change the past. I know we have movies about time travel. I ain't going there. What do I want to go back to the past for? Every time they do a movie about that, they realize if they change something, they mess up everything. So you can't go back and mess with it anyway. So leave the past alone. If something happened that you regret, okay, acknowledge it and then let it go. Okay, I'm not saying forget about it, but acknowledge it and then let it go. You don't have to hold on to it. You don't have to hold on to these feelings that, oh, I messed up. Okay? There's a passage in the Bible that says something about miserable sinners, and I go, okay, so we're sinners, but don't be miserable. Be happy. Really, be happy. I think really that's where we need to focus. If we can be peaceful within ourselves, be okay with ourselves even when we make a mistake and not worry about it, okay, let it go, acknowledge it, let it go, get back into the present, be the beautiful spiritual being that you truly are, having a human experience, going through this school of life here on this planet so that we can evolve into the next level, because that's really what it's about. It's not about, oh gee, you know, I should have wore a different color to church, or oh man, why did I buy that car? Now I got these payments, and oh my gosh. We have every once in a while you could tell you just hit the right button, you know. Don't worry, it's okay, you look great. But it is really something that I think we need to get a handle of. We're a small group in here compared to the rest of the world, but we're a mighty group. You're very powerful people, every single one of you. There is a person in here that's not. There's not a person in here that's not a powerful person. You have the ability to influence everyone that comes in contact with you. Lift up their energy. Be happy. Enjoy your life. I think Phil hit it on the nail when he said, exercise, eat healthy, die anyway. We are going to do that, okay? But it's not the end of all ends. It's just another beginning. It's on the other side of the veil. We continue on. I know that in every ounce of my being, I know that. And if I could just get us to all get that feeling, oh my gosh. So don't worry. Be happy. Be the spiritual beings that you are. If you're going through something, it's just your old karma. All right? You got to do that. You got to clean that karmic debt. All right? That's the past stuff. So when it's happening, just go, oh yeah, that's my karma. I can deal with it. And you just keep on going. And be happy. Yeah, I got some news 2 weeks ago, actually. And for a lot of people, I don't know, I'm assuming maybe for a lot of people, if they got that particular news, they'd be in the dumps. Not me. All right? You all know I have cancer. Well, they found at my last CAT scan, which was 2 weeks ago, that I have a new growth on my liver that has gone to, it's 2 inches big. That happened between my last CAT scan. That's pretty fast, okay? A lot of people would be devastated by that. You know what I said? Wow, I'm really burning some karma. I mean, it's amazing. This is cool. Let's get rid of this stuff. I'll take it. So it's really how you approach what happens to you, okay? A lot of people, you know, that know that I have cancer, they're amazed at how I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with it because I understand what it is. It's just old karma. That's all it is. It doesn't matter if I have cancer or if I get in a car accident or if I die of old age in bed. I'm gonna sooner or later anyway. So why be down about it? It's the natural progression of things. Live your life to the fullest that you possibly can in the greatness that you truly are. Because you are. Don't ever think you're not. If you had the ability to see everyone's aura in here, you would be amazed. You would be amazed at how beautiful it is and how wonderful it is. It's just huge. So, we're at a tipping point, I feel. I really feel we're at a tipping point, and the planet is going through some very interesting things. Not only do I study a lot of spiritual things, I also study a lot of scientific things, because I just like to do that. One of the things that's really interesting is that our polar caps have switched. We know this has happened at least twice before, so our scientists so say. And we seem to be in the process of it happening again. Matter of fact, it's overdue. It's overdue. And they're really worried because the sun, you know, it has these little solar flares and stuff, and it's our magnetic field around the planet that kind of really protects us from all of that radiation that's coming from the sun. Well, our magnetic field is weakening. It's not as strong as it used to be. The solar flares, the big ones that happen on a 7-year cycle. Or it's an 11-year cycle. I don't remember. Sorry about that. Is it 7? 11? Okay, thank you. I knew it was right in there. And we're close. I think we're at year 7 now, or do you remember? We're getting close. Yeah, we're close. We're close to another cycle of a heavy solar flare. But at the same time, the magnetic field of the Earth is weakening, which indicates the magna in the middle of the Earth is getting ready to do its little flip thing. It's gonna change. Now, how that happens on the surface, I don't know. I can't tell you that. I don't know if it's like, boom, it's done, or it's done. But it's happening. So we have some interesting things that are going on, and if you take the Hermetic principle, as it is above, so shall it be below, which is one of the things I really love, because I can look at stuff out there and look at stuff down here and go, yeah, okay, that works. If all of those things are happening around us in our vicinity of the solar system, what's happening with us? So that's why I think we're at a tipping point. And when I say tipping point, I mean as a species, as a human race coming up, evolving up off this planet. We're at a tipping point where we're going to finally get it, and peace is going to reign, goodwill is going to reign. All that stuff that we're working towards is really going to take the forefront, and the other stuff is going to take the back seat. Now, I do a lot of reading of Theosophical Society stuff. I don't know how many of you are aware of that, but I'm a liberal Catholic priest, and just about all liberal Catholics that I know are members of the Theosophical Society. So I read Madame Blavatsky and W.C. Ledbetter and some of those types of things. And there is a tremendous amount of wonderful, wonderful material about what's going on with us and our whole solar system. And that's why I always say we're the 5th root race that's evolving up off the planet, because of my background in reading and all that material. There's 2 more coming behind us, the 6th and the 7th, and some folks that are already in the 6th root race have already incarnated on the planet. Some of us in the 5th root race have already gone through all of their stuff, and they're moving on. And there's like 7 paths that you can take after that. After death, it's just amazing what goes on out there. Can't wait. Anyway, we're really at a wonderful, wonderful place in our history as a root race, as the 5th root race. There's a lot that's going on. Why did I tell you all of that? I'm telling you all of that because your emotions and your thinking, all of that does not just take place within your physical body, okay? It's a combination of your physical body, your astral body, your causal body, and your mental body, all right? So when you're worrying, when you're really upset, it's just not happening to you physically. It's also happening to you in your astral body and in your causal body. And when you're really upset and you're trying to calm yourself down, it's like trying to put a plank on a wave to get the ocean to be calm. It's not going to happen. You have to wait until everything calms down. You have to get all of your bodies, not just your physical body, but your astral body, your causal body, and your mental body, all in sync. The only way you can do that is to be at peace. You need to be at peace with yourself. In other words, don't beat yourself up. Don't talk down to yourself. Don't tell yourself you're a bad person. You're not. God doesn't make mistakes. Okay? Give yourself the credit due as a spiritual being that you are. Don't ever forget it. You are spiritual beings. Own it. I mean, truly own that. Don't just say, oh yeah, I'm a spiritual being. Be it. Because you are. You can't be anything different. So when you own that, and you can be at peace with yourself, then you can bring all of those different bodies in alignment again and truly, truly, truly start the evolving process, because that's why we're here. We're not here for anything else. We're not here to grow great businesses or to be heads of companies or heads of organizations. Yes, people have to do that, but that's not the real purpose for being here. It's for evolving and growing into the beautiful, wonderful spiritual beings that we truly are. That we truly are. If you really work on that, everything else follows. Everything else just comes along. But that's your main mission. That's your main goal. Stay on that track. You stay on that track, you'll be good. So don't worry. Be happy. So I'm going to leave you with this. I love this. This is a great invocation. Some of you know it. Some of you might not. But from the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of light, love, within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the heart of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the Master knows and serves. From the center, which we call the race of man, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let love and light and power restore the plan on earth. Namaste, be at peace.
Communion is a physical manifestation of the divine connection that we already have. So whether you like the unleavened bread for the tradition of that, rice cakes if you're wheat intolerant or have wheat issues, gluten issues, there's animal crackers if you'd like to honor a Native American pathway. Whatever works for you works for us. So would you join us in prayer, please? Loving Spirit of light, we ask that you walk with us in all things. And as we partake of this, help us to honor this physical form and acknowledge the Spirit within this physical form. We ask that you bless us on our journey. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. Sorry, I have an attack of verb here. I didn't give it to you. Would you join us in prayer again, please? Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it, and know that our path is sacred and our journey is blessed. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. Amen.
Did you ever think you would hear a priest say what this gentleman says? Well, I know you know a few. You know somebody that I don't remember doing this in forever? Janice. You know this?
Oh, sure, why not? I don't need that. Don't need no stink. Oh my. Gosh, without you being here in the church, I just wouldn't have any fun at all. I am so blessed to know you and participate in this with you. This is our haven, and it takes a little finances to get it going, keep it going, and get stuff done. So whatever you can donate is much appreciated, and as you give, your gift is blessed. We have people that count money and that sort of thing, and what's really funny is they'll bless it too. So when it goes to the bank, they're taking a blessing to the bank, and then it's spread out through the rest of the community. How fun is that? So whatever you can do, appreciate it. If a blessing is all you can manage, a blessing is just wonderful. So thank you for all that you do. Let's go. Oh, can I tell you this funny story first?
Okay.
Funny story. So, I was kind of having a bad day. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Woke up, and the new neighbors have a rooster. So 5 o'clock in the morning, I was awakened by a rooster. And the dog barking at the rooster. Barked at the goats too. That's a whole other story. So I was kind of in a funk because, you know, I don't really like to confront people, but you know, if the city says there's no roosters, then we're gonna have to talk about that. Because I do like to sleep with windows open and doors open in the summertime. So I was kind of a little befuddled with all of that. So Phil and I were walking around. How many people went to that class that I did, Path of the Sacred Bitch? Fun. It was fun. Do you love it or what? So one of the things I said in the class, Phil was trying to remind me of, he said, do the kitty. What? Do the kitty. And then he went, and this is our game sign for whiskers for be the kitten. Now, the whole energy of being a kitten, have you seen the big dogs and they're barking at the kitty who's sleeping in their bed? The teeny tiny little kitten. Be the kitten. So I cracked up, and then the rest of the day I was a kitten. So this is our game sign. Be the kitten. Crazy stuff. So Phil was just doing be the kitten for me in the back. Do the kitty. No, be the kitten. All right, so let's take a deep breath. Now that I spun you up, let's bring you back down. Deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in, please. And exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale. And on the exhale, just allow your breathing to return to normal. Allow yourself to just center in the core of your being. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. And just be here. And just allow that to settle in. Not that you have to settle for anything, but you can settle in and just be and allow. And with that state of being and allowing, bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet. There's an energy portal there in each foot. And this, when you bring your attention there, will open like the eye of a camera. As that opens, any unwanted energy can drain away. Sorrow, loss, worry, concern. Just let it drain away. Even pain can just drain away. As that drains out of your system, let that continue to do so. And now bring your attention to the top of your head. There's an energy portal there. This energy portal connects you to Divine Source, whatever that is for you. This is the portal of willingness. And as you become willing, that will open. And energy from divine source you can connect with that. There's many portals over the top of your head. There's a gold one, a blue one, and a green one, an iridescent one. Any color that you can imagine has a portal, and you will intuitively know today which one is right for you. And as you become mindful of that and aware of that, your willingness connects with that portal. And that portal opens, and this living light of love flows down into your body. And it may carry with it a color that is just what you need for today. So receive that with gratitude. Let this living light of love touch your mind. And again, any worry or concern, fear or loss, frustration, agitation, let this living light of love displace that. And as it pushes that away, it drains out the bottoms of your feet. Like water out of a bathtub. You can let it go. You don't need to carry that anymore. Let this living light of love, whatever color you are experiencing, let it touch your third eye. It's in the middle of your forehead. And in the discernment centers that are above your eyebrows. This allows you to perceive things more clearly, more spiritually. Stepping out of judgment of yourself or others and into clarity. Letting more and more love and light touch your ears, your throat. This gives you the ability to speak your truth with love and kindness. Gives you the ability to hear someone else's truth. You don't have to take it on as your own. You can acknowledge it's their truth. So letting more and more of this love and light now flow down into your neck and shoulders. We carry a lot of tension in our shoulders. That's what we do. You might want to roll your shoulders, and that releases that tension. Where there's tension, this energy cannot flow. So letting that tension release and drain out the bottoms of your feet allows more and more of this living light of love to flow into your body. Letting it flow down into your arms and into your hands. Letting it flow into your torso. So it touches every organ, every system, every tissue, every fiber, every cell, even down into the cells, into the DNA. Letting this living light of love nourish, heal, and activate. Letting more and more love and light flow down into your legs, down into your feet, and let it even flow through you into the earth, pushing every last little bit of unwanted energy away from you. You don't need to carry it. You can let it go. It's just energy. It can't hurt the earth. So as you let that go, then you're also feeding the earth this loving energy. You're becoming a conduit of love into the physical realms, to the physical plane. And anyone who is in need can access this energy. So now close the bottoms of your feet, and you're a vessel of light. More and more love and light filling your body, more and more love and light filling the energy field that surrounds your body. And just bask in that for a moment. Feel the safety of that, the comfort of that, the joy of that. And now let's take a little walk. Allow yourself to find your way to a pathway. And this pathway will lead you into a mountainous area. And as you journey through this mountainous area, you're going to notice a cave. And you find yourself very curious about stepping into this cave. And the light in this cave is unbelievable because there are luminescent rocks here. So the cave is bathed in light, and you can see where you're going. And you find yourself very interested and drawn into this cave. As you journey along into the cave, you'll notice that there are lots of little minor caves or sub-caves. One is filled with amethyst crystals. One is filled with citrine crystals. One is filled with coal. One is filled with ruby crystalline structures. One is diamonds, just littered, filled in that space. Another cave section has emerald in it. And one has beautiful blue sapphire. And you, as you're looking around at these caves, you have a particular cave that you're most drawn to. It may not be the cave that you're familiar with or would maybe choose if you were not on this guided meditation. But you'll find a cave that you're drawn to because it has energetic information for you. So whichever cave you've selected or found yourself drawn to, go into that cave. And as you go into that cave, you're going to find a place to sit. Perhaps it's an outcropping of a stone. Perhaps it's a crystal fallen on its side, a huge crystal. Perhaps there's a chair already placed there for you. Whatever you experience is what is right for you in this moment. And as you sit in this crystal room, you notice that the color of crystal begins to illuminate so that you are bathed in a ray of light from these crystalline structures. And whatever color you're experiencing is what is just right for you in this moment. Allowing that color to bathe your physical form, your spiritual form, your awareness. Feels really good to allow yourself to be bathed in this light. Take a deep breath in and exhale and just enjoy that space for a moment. And as you're sitting there, you notice that there is something on the cave floor. Perhaps it's a crystal. Perhaps it's a piece of jewelry. Perhaps it's a coin or a scroll or some other symbolic object. You know that it has been placed here for you, for your awareness and for your understanding, as a gift to help you in the week to come. So receive that with gratitude. Perhaps you'd like to pick it up. Perhaps you'd like to symbolically put it in your heart space. Perhaps you'd like to just be aware of that and know that it has significance for you, even if you don't understand the symbolism at this moment. Know that you'll have an opportunity to ask about it later. And as you're sitting here basking in this energy, basking in this light, have a sense, a deep welling up sense of gratitude for the healing and the comforting and the encouragement that you're receiving in this moment. And as you feel that gratitude well up within you, you realize that you will create for yourself a symbolic object to leave here as a token of that gratitude. So even if you don't understand what the symbolic object might mean for you, allow yourself to bestow that gift now, because it too has spiritual significance for you. So leaving that beautiful gift with gratitude, allow yourself to now stand up and move out of this crystal room and go back and look at each of the crystal rooms again. The amethyst room, the citrine room, the room with coal, the ruby room, notice that one, the diamond room, the emerald room, and the sapphire room. And know that you can come back here at any time and experience this meditation at any time, and experience any energy from any of these other spaces at any time you would like. But for now, Just be aware that they're there for you, and allow yourself to find your way out of the cave, back to your pathway, and from the pathway back into the here and now, into this time and space, back into your physical form. I want to take a deep breath. I want to stretch a little bit. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And I'm sure you will have some questions about that. First thing, I want to go over which each of the crystal rules might mean for you. Now, if you get a book of crystals, or you go online and you ask, you look up, Google the metaphysical properties of crystals. They may or may not align with this. This is what came through for today, for what might serve you today. The symbolism that the crystal room had for you today. In the amethyst room, how many people had amethyst when you did the amethyst room? All right. So for you, this is a spiritual awareness and spiritual communication. So this could be communicating with the other side. This could be communicating with your guides and angels. So be open to that spiritual communication. Anyone go into the citrine room? Okay. This energy is about joyfulness and abundance. Joyfulness and abundance. So you're ready for that one, are you not? Anybody go into the cold room? All right, cold. This one, I love this one. Because I thought, cold? Why are we having cold? But I don't question anymore. This is pure potential and opportunity. So whether coal is under pressure and becomes diamond, or coal is used to start a fire, it's all about potential. It's about finding your potential and having the opportunity to utilize the potential that's here for you. Ruby, how many people do Ruby? Okay, Ruby. This is self-authority. And I can read my writing. Your passion and purpose awakening or reawakening. So this is self-authority. This is not letting everybody else tell you what to do, not having to make everybody else's world okay. This is about what's in it for you because you're choosing that, and you're not choosing that out of selfishness. You're choosing that because you have purpose, and there's meaning in your life, and you're going to follow your passion. Make sense? Diamond? All of it. Whatever I'm reading for everybody else, all of it. Don't you love it? Emerald. This is about health, having healthy energy, health energy coming to you, healing, being healed, and it's about visioning. This is seeing spiritually what Spirit would want you to know. Sapphire? Okay, sapphire. This is peaceable communication. You may easily be able to tell people what you think, but this is peaceful communication, being able to communicate peaceably. And gathering to yourself what you desire or require. So this is gathering to yourself what you desire and require. So Spirit's not going to drop it on your doorstep, honey. This is about gathering it to yourself. Finding what it is that, what is my heart desire? And look for that. And gather it to yourself. Along with the things that your soul requires. All right, so wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
We ran just a tad long. I apologize, but I'm not sorry. So let's, we got a couple of visitors, so what we do at the end here, we will circle up around, Phil plays a song, we do an energy circle. So let's do that.
If there is one thing on which I can depend, it would be my close circle of friends. If my days are dark and gray, my sense of self-worth has all but gone. My sunshine seems hidden away, and I don't have the will to go on. I know in my heart that I can always call upon my circle of friends. When happiness fills my day, and all I want to do is play, I smile with life's funny ways and laughing at nothing I say. If I want to share this, I can. It would be circle of friends. Who are these friends, you ask me? I answers, the ones that set me free. They ask for nothing, but are always there. These are my true friends, most sincere. If there's one thing on which I can depend, it would be my close circle of friends. God bless them all for who they are, for each and every one is a star. No matter if they're happy or blue, my close circle of friends is always true. If there's one thing on which I can depend, it would be my close circle of friends. The world will turn day after day, and no matter what it brings my way, there's one thing on which I can depend, and that, of course, is my close circle of friends. And if you want to join us, you can. Be welcome within the circle of friends. So I say with love in my heart, no matter where you are, we'll never part. And when I think of you at day's end, I thank God above that you're my friend. If there's one thing on which I can depend, it would be my most cherished circle of friends. Namaste.